Hello friends, I'm back. It's been a while, but I am happy to be sharing today with you a completely chunky, full travel journal, my Catalina one. I know that you probably have seen, I hope that you have seen the flip through when it was empty, and now that it is complete, I wanted to do another flip through to show you all the cute stuff that I added to it. So here it is. I had some straps that I had punched a couple of holes on the front and on the back cover so that I could tie it and keep it close, but the fabric started fraying and I kind of didn't like it, and I think in the end it's okay that it looks chunky and open like that, so I don't think I'm gonna put anything to it. So anyways, here we go. If you remember from the first video, this was a paper pack that I got at Hobby Lobby. It was single-sided, kind of thin cardstock. Actually, it wasn't cardstock, it was just patterned paper. And I wanted it to be double-sided, so what I did is I glued 2 pages together when I put the book together so that it would look like it was double-sided. But some of the pages, I left them unglued on this end so that they could be turned into pockets. So that's the deal with this paper. That's why you will see that it looks like double-sided, but it actually is not. So I used a paper stock that had a beach theme. Since we were going to Catalina Island, I thought it was just obviously perfect for that. I did add some, I don't know, journal paper, I guess I would call it. It has that little dots. For some journaling, I didn't want it to be completely just patterned paper. I like to have some white pages as well. And I tried a couple of things, like some spray paints like you see here. I did some stamping and a little bit of sewing. This page right here, like I said, I left it open so I could add a pocket or create a pocket, and then I have a couple of tags, and there's your pocket, and I just cut that with a punch hole or a circle punch. So I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm just gonna kind of flip through and just talk about a few little things. Some drawing, I did some chalking around some of the pages, some stickers, and this, it's such a pretty paper over here, like I think it looks like a boardwalk, but anyways, I just, in some pages I just added a journal card and decorated and did a little bit of journaling. Here's another one of those white pages. Here's a little pocket with a little tag, a pocket there where I kept some receipts. This is a map and I added it as a tip-in. I guess there's still a few little things that I could do. This is some of the restaurants that we stayed at. This, it's actually a hotel that we stayed at when we went to our honeymoon. And I need to write something in here, so I guess I'm not 100% done, am I? This is a restaurant that we went to, and I gave it a 3-star review. Some chalking and some drawing. I love adding these little tags here. So it just kind of makes to turn the page easy, especially on these smaller pages. As you can see, the white pages are smaller than the actual book itself, which is totally fine. This was a rub-on that I got at a Tuesday morning, and I think it was by the K&Co Smash Book. I love making tags like this one here. There's another pocket. I have had this little, they're little stickers, 3D stickers from Joann's from a long time ago, and I finally got to use them. Here's a little tuck space, just where I added a little picture there. More 3D stickers. I think I got those at Joann as well a long time ago, and I finally had a chance to use them. This is another restaurant that we ate at, the Blue Water Avalon. This paper here was very pretty, but I couldn't write on it. So what I did is I put some gesso first, and then I added some paint, and then I went back and did a little bit of a splattering effect with the white, so it kind of looked like it was water, bubbles, you know, the ocean. You can see that there. And then I drew this little sand dollar there. Now this is one of the coolest tricks that I did in this book. I used to do this a lot when I used to do my 12 by 12 scrapbooks, and I don't mean the Project Life type. I'm talking about the ones where you worked on each individual page, right? And you wanted to add I always wanted to add a lot of pictures, so I always found ways of, well, how can I add more space? So these little pockets here, they're little photo pockets, I would call them. I got them at Joann's, and it's one here, and it opens on the top, and it has glue on the top, and of course I can't think of who they are. I can't remember who makes these. I'm gonna look it up and put it on the on my notes here, a link to it at the end of the video so you can find them. I also have a blog post on this book, and I did have a link to those in the blog post, so you can check that out as well. There's a lot, obviously there's a lot more pictures there of each individual page. So, but look at how awesome and how much journaling I was able to add, and in one single page I was able to add 3 pictures. So this was a really neat trick here. Here's just a simple one, a simple page with a little journaling card. And we are actually at the center right now. And I did a double spread where just cut everything down the middle and glue it on both sides. I used my Selfie Canon printer to create this collage here, and then just add it there, and then each note here represents each of the pages. The paper was kind of busy, so that's why I had to add this other paper here on the background. Here's just another little journaling card there. Actually, that's a postcard. I cut it in half. That's where that came from. Little tip in there, some stamping, more of that little ribbon there. Okay, here is another great little thing that I did, and this it's a pocket, but it came from the K&Co I can never say that, K&Co Smash Book, right? Am I saying that right? So it has here, so you can see it. There's one pocket there and 2 pockets. See, there's 2 spaces there. And so what I did is, instead of using the actual pocket that I bought, I kind of recreated it using this paper here and created a template, so now I can just keep using it. A lot of times I do that because if it's something I really like and I don't want to use it up, I make a template out of it, and then I just can I can keep recreating it. So that's what that is. And I was able to add 4 pictures here and some journaling on the back and little tabs so that it's easy to pull them out. So another awesome way to add extra photos. This one here, it's a tip-in, and everybody asks me, that is a great photo, where did you get that? How were you able to take a photo of that fox there? And it actually came from a magazine. We while we were waiting to get on the boat, you know, when you go to a hotel or a lobby on a hotel, you have you know, those racks with all the magazines and brochures. Well, that's what that came from. If I'm gonna go somewhere, I grab all of those, because you never know where you can get information, addresses, and also good photos that you can add on your journal. And this little cute little paper clip came from Hobby Lobby. It was on clearance, and I bought the whole bag, and it just came perfect here for this page. Here's a pocket, and I stamped in watercolor on the back. And that's a cute little sun paper clip. I wish I could find more, but a friend gave it to me. And you know, you don't always have to work vertical, right? You could go horizontal, and that's what I did here. I wanted to add a larger picture because this is just such a gorgeous shot, and I wanted to make sure that you know, I showed how beautiful it was. Oops, oh no, not enough glue here. I have to glue that again. Did some more, this is actually chalk paint, and I was trying to imitate a little bit of the sunrise. That's an actual sunrise there. We went hiking while we were in Catalina, and that's what this page is about. This is actually a photo that I took, and it's just amazing. I feel like I want to blow that one up and hang it in my bedroom because it's just so beautiful. More of these little tags, which I love to make. I'm obsessed with them, and I run out, and I gotta get making more because I use them all the time. I felt that my style changed a little, or the color kind of changed a little bit here, but I think that's the beauty about junk journals, that it doesn't matter, anything goes, right? So I created a pocket here behind a photo, and I did a little bit of journaling here. And sometimes it's kind of hard to put it back in, but it goes in. And again, a little bit of horizontal writing there. They had this recliner, and the boys just fell in love with it, and they kept taking turns on who was going to sit there. Here's another awesome little trick to add more journaling space, and I did find this technique in on a video that I watched, a YouTube video that I watched, and I wish I could remember who it was from. I would totally give her credit, but I stitched with my sewing machine 3 small little pages from a paper pad, and I was able to add that much writing in it. And then I added this as a tip in. And here's just another photo. Now here is another cool little thing, and that makes this a very chunky book. I made this envelope using the We Are Memory Keepers punch board, envelope punch board. I decorated the front. It's a double-sided paper. I just really like that paper. I think it felt like it went with the theme, but it was double-sided, and any extra photo that I didn't get to use in the book, I just put it in there. So who knows, maybe if I decide to make a traveler's notebook on this, I'll already have the photos, but if not, they're perfectly safe here. And then I just clip it to the page, and they'll be there safely tucked in. And let me see if I can put this back on. Just another photo there that a lady took, and I love it. It's one of the best photos we have from the trip, family photos at least, and I know that I'm gonna probably use this to go on our Christmas card. And then I did a large photo of my husband and I, just because sometimes you have to, right? Oh, and look, I forgot. Look, I made it a pocket where I added my journaling. So sometimes it is about adding a photo, but you know, I feel like you have to tell a little bit about what the photo is about. So one way or another, I always seem to try to add a little bit of journaling. And in this case, I use a tag. So it's just a cute little page there. Okay, here's another way, and you know, it's like, obviously you can tell how much I like adding these little flips, flip out things, pull out things, to whether it's to add more journaling space or more photos. And so I made this little pull out, flip out, fold out, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, booklet here. And we had gone in one of those submarines tours, underwater submarines, and so obviously there was a lot of photos, and I'm like, well, I don't want to just add one, so I was able to add one photos where we are all included, so everybody made it to that page. So that's where that is. I could have done more journaling, I guess. I still do it, but I think I talked about it somewhere else in another page. This one, I just did a title here, The Sea, Sand, and Sun. I didn't want to hide that little seahorse there. And we get to the end. Oh, where'd that come from? And so when my husband and I got married back in 1999, we had our honeymoon in Catalina. And then we went back again for the first time, you know, back again, but this time obviously we had the boys, and so I wanted to write or to do a page just to remember that when were we there. We were there in June of 1999, and that's us in the younger years during our honeymoon. So I thought that was a great way to end the journal. The front and the back cover became pockets where I kept all kinds of little stubs, receipts from the boat ride or anything, you know, that here's the undersea expedition for the little submarine. So it was just a nice little way to hold our little memorabilia there. So, and then at this page, I added some little pearls again just to make it look like the ocean, like bubbles. And that's just paint on the background, acrylic paint that I use a brush. And then again, same thing, I love to do that splatter effect, and I use some white paint. And then I was able to cut these letters here, these words, with my Cricut. Lots of paper clips and little tabs. I think that's what makes this journal super, super gorgeous. I love it. I am so happy. This is my very, very first completed junk journal. I hope you found some awesome things here that you can maybe copy or scrap lift, which is totally fine. If you have any questions and you want more details of how I made something, let me know. Leave some comments in the comment section, and I will try and add all the links to any of the products that I use that I think that you might find useful. So thanks again for watching, and I will be making a new junk journal coming up, and I had it here so I could show it to you, and now I can't find it. We are leaving, oh, here it is. We are leaving to Yellowstone pretty soon, and this is the next journal here, the next junk journal, all pretty and ready to go, just waiting for pictures and for some writing. So there is a flip through on this one, and I will do a flipped through video when it is complete. So I hope you come back and take a look at that one, because I know it's gonna be gorgeous and just as chunky as my Catalina. So until next time, see you soon.